I would say that my experience in water is very, very recent. I was throughout in an aviation industry, and to give back to the society, I wanted to do something. I took over a job with an NGO in Coimbatore. That was with Sirutuli, and I was in charge of. They wanted me to find out some wastewater treatment. It was a new subject, totally a new thing for me. I did not understand anything, and I had to start from scratch. That is a time when I interacted with many people, found out what has to be done. I did not know many things. What are the parameters in the water? What are the contamination? Many things I still don't know. I still don't know, and I'm learning. So in the time that I was with Sirutuli, I had interacted with many of the WOW personals also, and with their guidance, I went around some few lakes, met few people, spoke to them. How was the lake before and how is the lake now, and what happened in between. So got many answers, like it was not maintained, and when they were there, I spoke to some 80-year-old and some 85-year-old people there, and found out from them that initially they were drinking water directly from the pond, and now they are not able to do that because it's totally contaminated. There is water hyacinth grown and nobody is maintaining it. It's only the government, just for the sake of doing something. The smart city people, they have just made some put some lightings, put some benches, and just beautified it externally, but the water is bad. I must have made so many trips there, so many trips, gone around and seen. And I went so close to the pond, also so close to the lake, this one Krishnapati lake, which I used to go almost every week. And the water is so bad there, so bad. If you go and stand there, there will be an odor. There will not be any fishes, nothing. So it's so bad. But it has been handed over to the smart city people, and they are making a fortune out of it. Actually, nothing has been done. Similarly, I had visited Valankulam Lake. Also, there is a lake in Coimbatore, which is very close by to, it's in the heart of the city itself. There also, if we see, there are effluents. There is a hospital, there's a government hospital. I understand that even an aborted fetus is thrown there. Such is this thing, but the government is not declaring all these things. And you can find boating going on. You can find young children, young students, youngsters putting their hand in the water, which is totally contaminated. I got the opportunity to measure the dissolved oxygens in that water, and it is so bad. It is so bad, but nobody is declaring it, nobody is doing anything. I also had the opportunity to do a small portion. We got the permission from the commissioner, and he gave us a small portion of the Valankulam lake, less than about 1 acre, less than an acre. And I was able to do a treatment with some algae products of new algae, and we found some results within a month, but it was an effort. We had to visit literally every day and douse the water with new algae products, and we found the dissolved oxygen levels were maintained and all. But the government has to take over this. The government has to do it. Everywhere it looks beautiful outside, but nothing. Actually, the water is bad. We should, I find youngsters coming and standing there and taking photographs in the evening. If you see, so many of them take photographs, and they think that this is something, the water is very good and all those, but it's totally bad. It is totally bad. The water is extremely bad. So this is one of the thing. And now after that, I was trying to find out various people, interacted with various people who had some sort of a solution for treating wastewater, but couldn't arrive at anything, because we were looking for some feasible solution. Either the cost was too high, and to maintain it, there was some operation, OPEX costs were there, which nobody can bear. The government is not going to do, and neither anybody will be able to fund it. So we are still searching. We are still searching. Subsequently, I came and joined ICCW here, and here the same thing we are doing. Here we are trying to give safe and clean drinking water for all. This is our main vision, and we are thriving for it. So we have come across, we don't promote more of RO, because the reject water in RO is more. So we promote more of CDI technology and all these things. Recently, I had the opportunity to visit West Bengal in Purulia, which a district in West Bengal, where we went to some three remote villages where you will find they can't talk. It's not even Bengali. They can't even talk. They are all Adivasis. They cannot even talk properly. And we went there, and they were drinking contaminated water with there was fluoride in it, and we got the government records where it says fluoride, and we also tested the water for fluoride, and we said, how we all are drinking this? Do you all know that this water is contaminated? Their teeth and all were, yellowish in color, and they had some other ailments, like they had some stomach ache and some, but they did not realize all these things. They said, no, we are drinking this water. I was speaking to some elderly persons. Their only job is, like old, I mean, they are totally backward, about say 150 years backwards. They get up in the morning, they sit outside. There are benches both sides. They sit outside, right from small children to elderly people. They just sit outside. They found us Eileen. They said, who are, almost they asked us, like, what are, they were laughing amongst themselves when we were talking to them and all. So, but we found out that they are drinking contaminated water, and they should not be deprived of this. They should be given good water. And so we are trying to install some units there also with the help of some CSR. But this was a major experience where we were able to do this. We have done such projects in some parts of Karnataka also, but again, it is again in the village level. At least I would say that in South, they are much more educated than in the eastern side. I have not visited North. We are planning to go to Madhya Pradesh also, where there are villages. People say that there are some NGOs to whom I have spoken, and they said that by drinking this water from this pond, they die. This is what they told us, because the water is contaminated. They are not sure of what contamination the water is having. So we are trying to do something on that also.